Welcome to Crypto 4.0 Artificial Intelligence channel. So this time I will produce a clarification, a real case about artificial intelligence supervised machine learning classification. This is case 3 crypto classification. In the previous video, I explained the theory behind the supervised machine learning classification, and I give a very simple example about how to implement that and how to from selecting data input in a artificial intelligence software MATLAB, how to select the model based on the highest accuracy model, and then look on the confusion matrix and check the accuracy, and later and after that, of course, to make the classification, and then after training the model, you import the model and use this model in a new database. So basically now, what I'm going to do is the same step, but it's the same case study, but now I clarify step by step. So as I explained, we are going to do a classification model. So I will collect the data from our website concerning the crypto 200 crypto listed that have the highest market cap. Then the objective, the first step will be input this data. Then I will split this data in training data sets in the software MATLAB. Then I will choose which are the best classification model based on accuracy. As I mentioned, I will do the verification. Then of course I will put new data and validate it. So just for remind, this is the interval of in billions concerning market cap. So between 0 and 2 billion are small capped, between 2 billion to 10 billion is medium capped, and higher than 10 million is large cap. So and then that is defined here in the coinmarketcap.com website. You can see here in this column market cap here, and then you can see the definition for each one. You can see Bitcoin has already 1 trillion and so on. So this is very important information that this template I've got from let's say I've got this template from this website, and this is the data from January 2024. So the idea is to make a classification along the time. So I've got the data from January this year, and then I will make a new classification for concerning data from October also this year. Okay, so and then when I collect the data, I will get here and I will prepare the data, the raw data, and I will in the end have this template here. So let's doing that. Let's go to the website. So notice that there is one specific page here in this website that is historical. So I need to use this website address in historical, and then I get in this cryptocurrency historical data snapshot. Then I have what was published since 2013, and I come to 2024 and I get January 2024. So these are the data that I want to collect, and then I have the same information that I have in the page from January 7th, January 2024. So what I'm going to do is put my icon here and paste all information that I have here. So you see there will be 200 crypto coins listed in this list, and then I will classify this list. So we're almost in there. Okay, so I need to get to here. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to our Excel template and we'll paste in that in here. And all information that we have in this website will come out here. So here we are. Then what I need to do, I need to put a title here. I will use the same format that I have in my presentation: rank, name, market cap, price, value, and classification. So I go back to template, ranking, name, so market cap, price, value, and then the other columns I will not use it. I will delete, and I will create a new one here called classification. Okay, so that's what I have. And then I need to, let's say, update this column based what I have in my template here. Okay, so let's come in here back. Okay, so first things to do is I will define here the format here, the test words. Yeah. Okay. Second one, I will delete this column. Ranking, name, and classification. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to, let me check just to, and now what I'm going to do is to classify these coins based on market cap. So what I'm going to do here, the classification. So we have a large market cap, I will represent for LC, and I put in red LC. Okay, so this is until 10 billion. So everything that's above 10 billion here is large market cap. So the second one is medium cap. So I will choose another color for medium cap. This is medium cap. Then medium cap is between 10 billion to 2 billions. So I need to come to 2 billions to 2 billions here. And then small cap are all other small cap. Okay, so I put it in green one. Then all those below 2 billion are small caps. Then, as I mentioned before, the greatest result from this exercise is to look on which one came from small caps to middle caps, and of course the ones that come from medium cap to larger caps. In larger caps I will not have huge gains. Here the gains that I have is between 2 to 5 to 10, maximum 10 times my investment. Here I can have between, of course, expected best case scenario between 10 to 30 to 50, and here I can have between 50 to 100. So here are these 100, the ones that will shift from here to medium cap or even larger cap. So this is the ones, And these I need to follow up this movement. So the first step is I'm doing here, prepare my database to use in my model, and then I will do the first classification. So that's the first step, preparation. So come here, select the data. Okay, so now I have a nice template. I can save this template. Save as. I'm going to come here. Okay, classification, so I can save. I already did this exercise before, so I can put this file version 2. Okay, so that's it. Save it, and now what I'm going to do, I'll import to MATLAB. So I will save it, I will close it, then I will import to MATLAB. I already have the MATLAB open, so now what I'm going to do is to come to the app. So here above I have the choice for choose the app. So previously I used the regression model, now I use the classification learner. And then the app for classification shows up. Then now the next step is the process to import the dataset. So I collect the data, I prepare my datasets, now I'm importing my dataset to the software, and then I start the process of classification. So here we are on the templates. I will see a process to import. The difference is that here I have the classification other than prediction. So I made a mistake here, sorry. So I come to crypto, classification, and here you get this file. Open, and then the file will shows up here. Are you import the data? Are you confirm? That is the window that is open here. And I need to waiting to open. Import this dataset, and now I need to do the selection of the type of variables. So remember that here I have to select the variable that is under the classification that I want to show as a result. So now they will show all the options that I had. So here we are. I have the classification, three categorical units. I have these three categoricals, these three categories of classification. I have a large cap, medium cap, and small cap. And here I need to select the two predictors. So my two predictors will be market cap and ranking. Then this I will let as a setup, and then here I will split again my data set, giving 30% for test and 20% for, let's say, for training. And then I starting my selection. The next step, the software will shows up here already. How is the data graphically? So that we are going to see now. They is preparing the scatter plots, and then we will see how are the 200 crypto coins basically graphically selected and classified in terms of market cap and ranking. So I will put it here. Market cap and ranking. Yes, so okay. So we can see here. Can also change. Okay, so here we are. So we have market cap and ranking. So we can see we have the ones here, the small ranking in market cap classification. We have the red ones for middle market cap, and we have the green ones. So the next step is to apply the classification here. So I use all, and I will train my model for all. So training all. Then I will get the results of the classification, and we will check which model is the best one to fit in this data. Based on accuracy, that the data will calculate automatically. So the model are being trained in different methods, and based on the training, they start to calculate the accuracy. So you can see the three models have high accuracy. Let's check other models. Then they will present all models accuracy. So it's a high accuracy for the tree model. So they're starting to produce the confusion matrix, and we can see here the different classifications: the large cap, medium cap, and small caps. Then we'll see here in diagonal how are the correct classifications that was performed by the model. So based on the tree model, they made a very good work, and then there is only one false negative. That's this one is predicted small cap, but in reality is medium cap. So we need to wait for the error classification to see if that's something that will comes out here. We have better accuracy than this one, and then that's the main advantage of the MATLAB software. So we can see all the three models have the same. So here we see starting to see some classification smaller. Yeah, also we can see naive Bayes with 97%. The accuracy in naive Bayes is smaller than the ones produced for the tree methods. We see here below support vector machine, also with 79% accuracy. We have here, okay, ensemble methods, 9.3%. So the one we have here, 9.3%. Yeah, and that's the final results. So we can choose between so far ensemble methods or tree model. I prefer ensemble method because remember that ensemble methods, what they used to do is they split the database in different samples, and each sample have a tree. So and then they make a voting. So these methods is more, let's say, they are more robust in terms of classifications. But I can also try and use the other one. So we can see that compared to neural network, also the ensemble method have a high accuracy. So I click here in ensemble method, and they produce the confusion matrix. Now I need to click in here. I chose the ensemble method, and they have the same, let's say, matrix. If I choose another method, for example, support vector machine, I will have more wrong data classified. So I will see more data out of my matrix. So you can see here. And then that's why I have 111 right classification and 29 wrong classification. So that's why I use these assemble methods, and that is the method that have the best performance. Yes, this is already the confusion. Now, since I already select my data, what I'm going to do is export this model, and then I use this model, this training model, for the next classification assessment. And this next classification will be by using data, future data. So I use the data from January to make my classification of my crypto coins in terms of market cap. Now I want to update in that, and the way to update in that is to, let's say, collect new data. So here we are. So we have already these methods here. You can see this when I export the function come automatically here. What I need to do now is to, let's say, use this function. That is this function here is the one that's represent the model that I've just done, and I need to import the database now from December. So what I need to do now is prepare again the same similar database, but with the data from October now. So let's do that. Let's go to the here to the website. Okay, so this is the website. So this is January. I want to go one step further. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will come back here, and now I come to October, and I will collect the data from October. But what I'm going to do now is to use this database, because it needs to have the same, we need to be careful with data, input data, because need to have the same configuration, the same all configuration that we have in this matrix. We need to have. So what I'm going to do now is to save. I already saved this as a January. Now I'll save as October. So I have January, so I will have October, and put version 2. Save the same file. This is now October. So what I'm going to do is to go in here website and copy all this information. This is from October. And in October I can see I have already one trader market cap in Bitcoin. So this is different data. The same coins. Now the coins will change their ranking, and they will get a new classification, of course. And we'll check how accuracy is the model for classification. The idea behind is that I used to do that from time to time to follow up how the small coins are going to middle coins that have a small cap classification increase for middle cap, and the ones that were middle cap classified increase to larger cap. So I need to see this movement, even the progress in the ranking, and that will enable me to understand which are the ones that have a huge potential for appreciation. So I've got this data here. Now I will paste in here. So I need to, of course, create some input in here, because the metrics have some. This database have more columns. So let me do the right job here. So I think now it's fine. So just paste. Let's see if it works. So the data is being pasted. Now it did not work. Let's try again. Okay, I paste. Okay, so now work it. So I just will format again the text. This is the same template with the information from October now. So the first one that I used for training was January, and now I'm classifying the October, and I see if the classification made some mistakes. So here, okay, Arial. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I eliminate this column. I write here name, and I will eliminate this column here. Okay, that's it. And I will format this one in here. Like that. And then I take it out these values here. Take it out these values here. Because that's one I want to know. I don't want to give this value for the model. The model will get this information for the other variables, and the model tells me which classification I will get here. So this is how I used to use my data. Then I save this file. Yeah, that sounds great. And then now I will use the name of this file to import here. So in MATLAB, so I come here. Now I will import my database. So need to go come back to home, import file. Then I will import the file that I just working on here. So it's crypto certification. This is version 2 October. Yep, this one. So the other window shows up. This is the one that I want to import. The files here, and now I use this file name, put in here to make the new classification. So then I click enter, then I'm waiting for the next new classification comes out. So here is the classification that the model produced. So I will copy this classification and paste in my file this 200 classification. So the model used here was the model from January. I trained the model based on the trained data. Now I can do a new classification based on the trained that based the October dataset. What I'm going to do now is to save a new file name called results. Okay, and then here I have what I call predicted. Then again I will open this column predict. This predicted is the results of my ensemble method classification, and I will just copy and paste. I will classify already what is the real. And before to paste the value here, I will classify what is the real value. So basically, largest cap, need to check the largest cap value. Here, largest cap is largest cap until 10 billion. 10 billion, so I will check market cap and see. Okay, still here is market cap. So between 10 billion and 2 billion is medium cap. So I go down here for 2 billion. This is the real the real classification, how the data should be classified. So I'm just doing the exercise here, just putting the proper value for classification. Okay, and here below this 2 billion is small caps. Okay, so small caps. So based on my model, I expect very small number of misclassification, and that I expect also to have in here. So the model have high accuracy. If this model classify properly here with very small classification, that means the model was not overfitted, because they can also make good prediction classification. Let's put it here, predicted classification. Okay, so now I will get the values that I have from the model. So these are based on the data that I had from October, and I paste in here, and then I compare. So let's do that. So larger capped. So I have here largest capped. I have here middle. I have here 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 wrong. Let's say prediction, and here I have the proper one. So let me put it here, just format. Margin, middle cap we classifying something, and then they have some misclassification for 3 misclassification also for small caps. So they have for 200 they have they have 3 misclassification. So I will put here error. They have some misclassification here, some error here. So this one was also error. So they have 7. In 200 they classify 7 coins wrongly. That is quite good, over 90% of accuracy, and that is classification. So as long as my model is trying to classify more and more data, this error will reducing, and we can go on and do for further classification for December, for previous months, and then the objective here is to check how this data will increase along the time. What we have done here. So I use my classification model. So I went to the website, collected data, 200 crypto listed based on market cap, price, volume. I define which variable I would like to use for my classification, and then I update the model in the. I went through this process in MATLAB. I selected data. I split the data in 30 and 30% test, 7% training. And training my model in the software MATLAB. I've got the result from classification, I choose the model with more accuracy. Then this data was from January. I got the data from October and used the model that I trained based on the data from October to classify the data for the December. So the classification was based on large cap, medium cap, and small cap. Then, yeah, as I got this data from January in the beginning to make my classification, my training model, and then I use this model to make the classification for December. So this was the classification, the first classification, the data that I used, and then I apply my model. I found the assemble methods, the ones that better fit in the data, with only one misclassified data, and then I use this model for classify the data for December. And then I've got this classification, and in the end I have very small numbers of misclassified data. So this is how you apply an example how to apply supervised machine learning classification for crypto price, and to see how this crypto progressing in their ranking for small cap to middle cap, and from medium cap to large cap. So here is a reference for the website. Thanks for your attention. Next video we will progress with prediction classification, and we will also start to look on the clustering, and that is based on unsupervised machine learning. So thanks for your attention. Let's see you in the next video.